Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to launch the Ruleset Wizard, and we're going to create a new project, and we're going to call it something very original and descriptive. It's an extension. Okay, the other option is a rule set, and that's what I think I primarily use this for rule sets. Okay, an announcement text, we'll just do the same here. Okay, and we'll just write version 0.7, and the rule set here is going to be 5e. Okay, and this is where if you're doing it for 2e or for Pathfinder, you would change this and you'd get the correct one. Like Pathfinder is PFRBG or PFRBG2. AD&D 2nd edition is 2e, so various different rule set names. And that's it. We'll create that. We'll go OK, and we can even just save this now. Let's just go back. We can do a couple other options in here. We can set the result file. We're going to save this into the extensions folder, and we're going to call it 5e mpc extension.ext. That's the extension here, and we'll go OK here, and we'll generate that. It'll create an extension. So back into our Fantasy Grounds, head back to the home screen, and we'll go load campaign. This time we'll see if our new rules extension is available. 5e mpc extension. Okay, so we can tick that and launch it. This time the extension will load. Now there's absolutely nothing in the extension at the moment except for an announcement text. We can see here 5e mpc extension 0.7. Alright, so that extension is loading now. Alright, fantastic. You're going to see also I've got /reload, save to a hotkey, /save, save to a hotkey, and my debug on, save to a hotkey. So these shortcut icons will help us quickly bring things up. We're also going to put an NPC record here once we create one shortly. Back into our window class NPC. This is the original one from 5e. We can see that the window size is 460 and the height 550. So we're going to create that in our Ruleset Wizard. So we're going to first create a folder, just matching the 5e or core RPG structure. Go in here and we'll create a new window, and it's going to be 550 and 460. Just confirm that. That looks about right, and we can, just for visual purposes, we can put the record sheet in here, although it's not showing up. Let's see. But we're also going to go down here. The class, this is important. This class needs to be the same as the XML window class, which is NPC, and we're going to choose merge equals join. So what we're going to do here is our changes will merge with those changes, or with the original stuff in 5e, which is also merged with the stuff in Core RPG. Okay. From here, we're going to go back and check the XML, and in the XML, the things that we wanted to really change, we don't want to mess with anything else up here. What we're wanting to do is start with the tabs. So we've got tabs record sheet, name equals tabs. So this name equals tabs is important. So we're going to start with that. We're going to add tabs to our content, and we're going to call it tabs. We're also going to see where those tabs start. So if I get my mouse up to around here, not sure actually if that's telling me the height. What we've got here is, these are approximately 70 pixels, so this is a bit more than 70 pixels. Right, so we'll use that as a starting point. So we're going to find tabs, vertical tabs here. We're going to put them right at the edge here. We're going to anchor them right we're going to get them positioned, their Y position 37, we're going to make that 70, and we're going to anchor them to the right hand side of the edge, and we're going to anchor them to the top, which is fine, but we're going to make this an extra, this height 150, we've got a little bit of padding for the top and the bottom. We're going to add 2 times 70, which is 140, we're going to make this 290 tall, and that should give us 2 extra tabs. Alright, if we do that and we call this control, instead of it being called vertical tab, we're going to call it tabs, which is the same name as the other one. That is the first part. Now we want to set up what the tab content is here. So click on the tabs, the ellipsis here, and we're going to add 4 members. And the first one, if we go back to the exit, we can see tab main for the icon, and main creature is the sub window. So tab main and main creature. So the icon is tab main and tab creature or main creature, and the second one we'll get again from there. We can see tab other and text. Tab other, text. Now we want to find out what tabs we've got already existing that we can use for these fields. So let's go into the file system. Right now we're in Core RPG, and everything in Core RPG is also in 5e. We're going to go down to graphics, and I think it's called tabs. Yep, alright, so we've got abilities, actions, combat, inventory, log. I think the request was for a journal, so we're going to add this one, tab log, and we're going to call it journal. Alright, so we've got the file name, we better do this properly. So we've got tab log, we need to find out what it's, that's the file name, tablog.png. We need to find out what it's called in the files here. If we go to graphics tabs, control find, tab log, it's actually just called tab log. Now we could have done find in files and searched for Core RPG, found it everywhere there. And just the one entry. So it's obviously not used in Core RPG, but it's in here for other things. So we've got tab log, is the how we refer to it in Fantasy Grounds. And we so tab log, and we're going to have a sub window called journal. So icon will be tab log, and the window here will be called journal. And we need one more tab, and this one will be called tab friends or tab people, and we'll call that window class people, that will go into the sub window name. So we'll go OK on that. Well, we need to create firstly a record for people, and because we don't have one, and there's not one in 5e. So what we'll do is we're popping into your text editor. I'm going to grab one of these, we'll grab XP, drop it in here, and we'll see that it's a pretty simple graphic. XP. Now matching this font is pretty hard. We're not going to be able to do that perfectly. Okay, image, transform, rotate counterclockwise, so we can type our text in here. I'm going to create a new layer, blank layer. I'm going to put some text in here. The text size here is about, I guess we'll start with 14, and we'll choose a simple font like Arial, and the color will be just black. Okay, and we're going to type people. Okay, it's obviously too big. Let's try 12. I think it's still going to be too big. 11, and we'll resize this so it's just, yeah, okay. Now, except I think, okay, yep, they are title case, so that should be okay, people, but we obviously want to hide the XP. Alright, let's see what that one looks like. I'm worried this might be a fraction too big. If we... Yeah, it looks like I'm still 1 pixel too big in my font. Let's drop this down to 10. And I think we'll move it over just a few more pixels, and we'll hide this one. Then we'll go image, transform, rotate clockwise, file, export. Now we're going to not put it in here. I'm just going to put it into my extensions. I'm going to create a folder in here. 5e MPC extension. We're going to call this tab people. PNG is correct. Okay, this is just creating the graphic. Okay, what we have to do now is back here in the wizard we need to create a couple of folders. So we've got one here called graphics, and we've got another one called tabs, and it's inside graphics, and in here we're going to add an icon. The icon is going to be from the graphic we just created. It's called tab people, and it'll automatically just use the file name excluding the extension, and that's appropriate for what we need here, to tab people. Okay, so back here I just moved that a fraction. So let's lock it in place. Once you get things in the right spot, lock them so you don't accidentally move them. And we want tab people, people. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we might think that that's done if we publish this, and we might think that this might work, but it's going to throw us a bunch of errors. And it's going to throw us errors because we don't have some of the fields here. Okay, index field question mark, that one's not very descriptive. We're missing something in here, so people has come the wrong error, but I think this is actually failing because we don't have the content frames built for this just yet, so we need to build those. So we'll do that in the next video. We can see that people's there. The font's not a great match, but we can deal with that later.